Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about being a certified professional midwife versus being a certified nursing midwife. I'm taking a break from my doula class. We are reading, this is our first book, Gentle Birth, Gentle Mothering. But basically we have to read this book, write a paper on how we feel about the book, the topics in the book, and if we agree, disagree, and why, and things like that. But it's really good so far. I agree with a lot of topics in this book, but some of the stuff is like, I understand like the natural birth process, which is why I want to be a midwife and deliver babies at home or in a birthing center versus a hospital with all technology. But some stuff is not realistic in here. So it's a very interesting read. Okay, so let's get to the topic. Sorry, you guys, I'm like hitting my table. I'm always hitting my table. Let me move this chair back. So yeah, so let's get to the topic. So that's my smoothie: blueberry, peach, banana, almond milk, ice, yogurt. I didn't put my granola in here today. Okay. So, let me tell you guys, when I first decided I wanted to go to nursing school, I wanted to be a certified nursing midwife. Just because a certified nursing midwife, I felt like they had like so much more power. But let me tell you guys the difference. So, the difference is a certified nursing midwife, you are able to deliver babies in the hospital, right? So, it's kind of like a guaranteed job once you get your master's degree as a CNM. Then you can go and work at the hospital as a certified nurse and midwife. Patients come in, they have babies, you deliver babies. It is what it is, okay? You can administer medicine. Okay. Professional midwife, you can do everything a certified nurse and midwife can do, except the two things I just told you. You can't deliver babies in the hospital and you can't administer medicine. And a certified professional midwife is only licensed in about 28 states now. So, you would have to live in one of those 28 states. And New York is not one of those states that accepts certified professional midwife. You would have to have your master's being a certified nursing midwife in order to work in New York at the hospital. Okay. Now, you can get your certified nursing midwife and still do home deliveries. You can do that. But it's kind of like, if you did all that work, you might as well just work in the hospital. But it is depending on your beliefs and why you are becoming a midwife. So I do believe, let me give you guys like a little backstory on to even why I wanted to be a midwife, okay? So I wanted to be a midwife, or I want to be a midwife. I'm going to be, because when I had my first son, I was pregnant. I was so young, 18. I had no guidance. Nobody told me like, oh, this is, all I knew was I wanted a natural birth. And a natural birth to me in my mind was like no drugs, right? But there were so many other options as far as a natural birth. I knew I didn't want an ultrasound. I didn't even get one till like I was 7 months pregnant. I didn't want one. I didn't want to disturb like that connection that we had, me and the baby. So I didn't want one, but his father was like, oh, I want to know if it's a boy or a girl. I just feel like so much technology gets in the way of this beautiful thing that a woman can do with their body to create life. Like, that is just so amazing to me. And I believe like a natural birth gets so pushed aside. I knew I wanted a natural birth when I was with my first son, but I didn't know what a natural birth was. I just knew, okay, I'm gonna have him in the hospital, but I don't want no drugs. That was a natural birth to me. But if I could go back and actually like have someone explain to me, if I would have had a midwife, a doula, like, and I wanted with my second child, I wanted a water birth. I wanted something so natural and just amazing to bring this life into this world. But because I had already had a C-section in Nevada, where I grew up in Las Vegas, once you have a C-section, you can't have a natural birth. Now in New York, if I was here, I could have had a natural birth because they allow you to do that. So it really depends on what state you're in. If you can have a C-section, then have a natural birth. But yeah, so I couldn't do it. So all three of my children were C-sections because I had to have an emergency C-section with my first child. I could no longer have a natural birth in the state of Nevada, which it hurt because I really wanted to experience that, and it was kind of like, okay, let me just cut you open and get the baby out. I never actually got to experience pushing my child out and just having a baby. I've never had an actual baby. I've had 3 of them cutting out of me. I've never had a baby though. So, I don't know. I just feel like that is why I wanted to be a midwife, just to give women their best chance when they're pregnant. Like, this is a life-changing thing that's happening to you, and you need to be completely in touch with your body, completely in touch with your child. And I just feel like as a doula, I give that support, I give that information. And as a midwife, you are there to see that through the whole pregnancy, to make sure from the first time they come visit you, their prenatal appointments, to the birth and postpartum. Like, you are there to guide them, right, through that whole natural birthing process. So the fact that I'm taking this doula class and they work so closely with midwives, I just feel like it's amazing. And I have been searching for schools. The first one I was looking at was in Maine. It's called Birthwise. But I don't actually want to live in Maine, so I'm not going to go to that school, because basically whatever state you go to school in is the state you're going to be licensed in, because like I said, it's only certified professional midwives are only licensed in 28 states. So you have to make sure that the state that you're going to school in is the one that you want to be licensed in, because different state schools have different certifications just to meet those state standards. So I'm not going to go to Maine and go to school and try to go to Texas and get licensed. It's not going to work, because they don't have the same license requirements. So yeah, speaking of Texas, I found another school. You can get all this information on the NARM, N-A-R-M website. It's the National Midwife something associate. It's like a national association something midwife, whatever. But NARM, N-A-R-M. Look it up, and then it'll tell you like all the schools that you can go to for a certified professional midwife. So there is one in California. The one in Texas is in El Paso, Texas. So they have 3 programs, which I completely love, because the other ones you didn't really have an option. It's 3 years, and that's it. Which, another thing, you guys, certified professional midwife and certified nursing midwife, they go through the same training. It's just that you have a bachelor's degree when you're going into one of them, versus the other one, you can basically come straight out of high school, as long as you have your anatomy course. That's it. But they go through the same 3 years of training. Okay. Okay, so the school in Texas, they offer 3 programs. Okay, so they have a 1-year program. After a year, they give you all the basic knowledge you need to be a midwife. They have 2 sections of orientation. First orientation, you're getting is 6 days for 3 weeks. You are in the birth center, getting acclimated with the center and starting to shadow midwives. And then second orientation, you're hands-on. You're getting into it, helping deliver babies. You are an assistant to that midwife, okay? So that's what I love about that program, is because you get right into it as soon as you get to school. It's in El Paso, Texas. So they have a 1-year program, so you learn the basics you need to know about midwifery. You go take your state license for Texas. You're a midwife in a year, which I love, because it's like, that's the reason why I did not want to do certified nursing midwife anymore, because I would have to be in school for 8 years. I'm like, I could be a damn doctor. 8 years, you guys, I would have to be in school. And that's like if I'm going straight through it. I'm not taking no break here, no break there. That's just like doing my LPN, doing my BSN, doing my certified nursing midwife. 8 years of school. At almost 30 years old in December, I don't want to do 8 years of school. That means once I graduate, I'll be almost 40 before I start my career. I mean, I know it's my fault I started late, but that's just crazy. I'm not doing that. So that's another reason why I'm choosing certified professional midwife now. Just because after I do my LPN, I can literally just go and do my certified professional midwife. If I want to do a 3-year program, I'm still only going to be 33, 34. when I'm done. Not 38, 39, 40. Okay. But yeah, so they have a 1-year program. You're certified in Texas, which I was already looking into Texas to move because you guys know I hate the snow. I'm not feeling it here in New York. So I was looking to move back towards that way anyway. So I heard Texas was really nice. I have a couple of friends that live there, and they told me it's a really good place to live, really good place to raise your children. And I looked up like the cost of living and the housing and everything like that. They have nice houses out there. Cost of living is not that bad. Just depending on which city you live in Texas. Of course, that's for anywhere. That goes anywhere. So then they have a 18-month program. So you get some additional training as far as like IVs and different things that you can do for the mother. So the 18-month program is just 2 consecutive 9 months, basically. So just consecutive 18 months. Then they have a 3-year program. So what makes a 3-year program so unique to me, which I looked at the 18-month program, but I just like glimpsed over it because it didn't interest me. But the 3-year program, so what happens is after a year, once you're certified in Texas, licensed in Texas, you will actually be working at the birthing center where you're going to school. And so you will have residency there, okay, at the birthing center. So then for the next 2 years, you are finishing up your residency, finishing up your classes. And the thing is, you guys, so even with the 1-year program that they have, you go to class 3 times a week, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then you do a 24-hour shift, and then you do a 12-hour shift in the birthing center. So you have 2 patients that you're assigned to that you literally are their midwife, and you are there 24 hours until they deliver that baby. So it is real. This is real. Like, you are delivering babies, and that is what I love about this program. It gets you like right in there. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it's just what it is. Like, you want to do this, you're gonna do this right now. What I'm nervous about, so it says you need to apply about 6 months before the program. So the program that I want to apply to is the September 1st, 2018 start date. So they start in March and September is when the programs start. So I'm going to apply for September of next year because I'll be graduating LPN school in April of next year. So that gives me time to, graduate, get my NCLEX done and things like that. So they do recommend that, of course, you do not work during midwifery school just because you are on 24-hour shifts. And how are you going to go to work somewhere else if you are trying to deliver a baby? Like, you're basically on call. You're at the birthing center. They give you a little cot to sleep on just in case, like, if the mother is like not contracting right now, but you have like a doula there, and they're there to assist you as well, just so you can like close your eyes for a minute and wake up every couple or every 30 minutes to an hour, go check on the mother and see how she's doing. So yeah, but I will make a separate video on my doula class because I did take 2 quizzes already. So I'm going to let you guys know how I'm doing in that class. And you guys know I'm a perfectionist. So one of those grades actually made me kind of upset. But I'm doing really well. So I'll make a separate video about that. And then if you guys have any questions about certified professional midwife versus certified nursing midwife, let me know. A lot can't really fit into this 15-minute video. So it's a lot to actually go over in depth. But that's like the basics of it. I know what I was going to say. So for the school in El Paso, Texas, you have to know Spanish because 95% of the women that you are helping give birth to their children are Mexican descent, okay? So you have to learn how to speak Spanish if you don't already know. So actually, when they do your interview over the phone, they give you a regular interview, like why do you want to be a midwife, that type of stuff. Then they give you an interview in Spanish to make sure you're fluent, to make sure you understand questions and you can respond to those questions in Spanish. So because of that, I took Spanish in high school for 2 years. Y'all, I graduated over 10 years ago, and that was in 9th and 10th grade I took Spanish. So I don't know. Hola, ¿cómo estás? No bueno. Like, they not, you know, I only like the basic stuff. I don't really know it enough to understand it. And my best friend is Mexican. I actually have like a lot of Mexican friends because living in Vegas, a lot of Mexican people live there. But I've never actually had to speak to them in Spanish. So I do have to take a Spanish class before I do my interview with them. I think that's my biggest challenge. My midwifery, like, passion for it, I think that'll shine through. I'm not really worried about the other interview and like my essay that I have to write. I'm just worried about the Spanish part. So I'm gonna learn Spanish, and then also I'm gonna have to have my best friend like ask me questions just to get familiar with like what they say and how they say it and things like that. So yeah, you guys, I'm super excited about this journey. My dual classes, I freaking love it. It just made me fall in love with childbirth even more. And yeah, I honestly cannot. I'm super nervous about applying to this midwifery school just because I want it so bad. And I've been looking at like different midwifery practices in Texas, and different cities have like, you know, different stuff. Like San Antonio, Texas seems like more like it is midwifery, but it seems like more technology based, versus somewhere, what was the other one that I saw? I can't remember what city it was in, but it was more of a natural, like at home birth in the birthing center if you choose to, but they would love for you to have the birth at home, because that's what that's what a natural birth is, at home. You guys, oh my gosh. So I watched a birth on YouTube, a midwife doing a birth on YouTube, and it was so amazing. I love the fact that you can have your baby at home and then you're in the comfort of your own bed, not in the hospital bed, hooked up to an IV, baby in this room or in a little plastic container. Like, no, you're at home in your bed, your baby is in their crib that you prepared for them. Like, I love the idea of a natural home birth. Like, it's amazing. And I've never saw like a birthing center birth. So that's what gets me excited too about the school in Texas, just because we're doing all of our training at the birthing center. We do have to, in order to get licensed, we have to attend, I believe it's like 2 hospital births and 5 at home births. So we would have to do that, and I'm pretty sure the school helps us like accomplish that as well. But you guys, I'm so excited about this journey. I'm excited to go to LPN school just to learn the basics of nursing, right? So I have that under my belt when I go into midwifery school, and just be knowledgeable on that end of it, on the nursing side of it. So even though I can't administer medicine, I'll still know how to do IVs. I'll still know how to do vitals and, you know, just the basic stuff of nursing. So I'm excited. Excited, you guys. So I just want to give you guys an update. I'm about to finish reading my book. Have all my notes and stuff in here, and I'm going to type everything out and get this hopefully submitted tonight, if not tomorrow morning, this paper. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday, and hope you guys have a good week ahead. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.